Good evening, everybody. My name is Kendrea, and I am back to read Jeremiah chapter 38 with you all tonight. God bless you. Thank you for coming in. If you are new here, welcome. What I do is I just read the word. That's it. And I encourage you to read it along with me. I am learning this at the exact same time you are, so we are learning together. Um, I do let people know if I mess up a pronunciation, please don't come for me. But if you know the correct pronunciation, please feel free to leave that down in the comments below. Also, if you are a returner, someone coming back, watching the videos with me, God bless you. Thank you for coming back as well. Hey, hey. I'm super excited to have you back. So, as you know, I will be coming to you tonight from the King James 1611 version of the Holy Bible, as well as I will be coming to you from the Message Remix. This helps me to kind of break things down sometimes, to help me understand when we've got a lot of the these and thous and those and all that extra stuff in between. We're like, man, Lord, what I know your word is perfect, but what are you trying to tell me? That's what I use this for. Now, if you want to follow along, but you don't have a Bible, or you want to break things, you're like, oh, she didn't break that down. Let me go take a look at it. You can also download the Bible app if you don't have it, and you can use that. They have different versions on there. So, like I said, I stick to mine's the 1611 version, but they have the King James version on there, as well as they have the Message Remix. Though under there, it's just called the Message. So you can follow along there or online. Or if you have these books, or if you even just have the Bible, bring it out. We'll read it and learn together. So, let's take a look. I think that's it, because I know I've been away for like a week. I had a lot going on last week, and I got a lot going on this week. So, but praise God, we are here to do it today. So, grab yourself something to drink if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Now, chapter 38 reads, and look, off the top, I got a name here. I'm like, oh, the Shephatiah, or Shephatiah, the son of Matan, and Gedaliah, the son of Pashur, and Jakul, the son of Shelemiah, and oh yes, the name is again, and Pashur, the son of Malchiah, heard the words that Jeremiah had spoken unto all the people, saying, Thus saith the Lord, He that remaineth in the city shall die by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence, but he that goeth forth to the Chaldeans shall live. For he shall have his life for a prey, and shall live. Thus saith the Lord, This city shall surely be given into the hand of the king of the Babylonians' army, which shall take it. Therefore, let's see. Sorry, I've got to make sure my finger is following along here. Therefore, the princes said unto the king, We beseech thee, let this man be put to death, for thus he weakeneth the hands of the men of the war that remain in this city, and the hands of all the people, in speaking such words unto them. For this man seeketh not the welfare of this people, but the hurt. Then Zedekiah the king said, Behold, he is in your hand, for the king is not he that can do anything against you. Then took they Jeremiah and cast him into the dungeon of Malchiah, the son of Hamelech, that was in the court of the prison. And they sat down Jeremiah with cords. And in the dungeon there was no water, but mire. So Jeremiah sunk in the mire. Now, when Ebed-Melech the Ethiopian, one of the eunuchs which was in the king's house, heard that they had put Jeremiah in the dungeon, the king then sitting in the gate of Benjamin, Ebed-Melech went forth out of the king's house and spake to the king, saying, My lord, the king, these men have done evil in all that they have done to Jeremiah the prophet, whom they have cast into the dungeon. And he is like to die for hunger in the place where he is. For there is no more bread in the city. Then the king commanded Ebed-Melech the Ethiopian, saying, Take from hence 30 men with thee, and take up Jeremiah the prophet out of the dungeon before he die. So Ebed-Melech took the men with him, and went into the house of the king under the treasury, and took thence old cast clouts. We're definitely going to come back to this. This is in 11. And old rotten rags, and let them down by cords into the dungeon to Jeremiah. Oh, okay, so maybe if I had just finished reading it, it does make sense to me. But yes, okay. So essentially, they took some materials, tied them together, and let themselves down into the dungeon to Jeremiah. And Ebed-Melech the Ethiopian said unto Jeremiah, Put these old cast clouts and rotten rags under thine armholes, under the cords. And Jeremiah did so. So they drew up Jeremiah with cords and took him up out of the dungeon, and Jeremiah remained in the court of the prison. Then Zedekiah the king sent and took Jeremiah the prophet unto him into the third entry that is in the house of the Lord. And the king said unto Jeremiah, I will ask thee a thing, hide nothing from me. Then Jeremiah said unto Zedekiah, If I declare it unto thee, wilt thou not surely put me to death? And if I give thee counsel, will thou not hearken unto me? So Zedekiah the king sware secretly unto Jeremiah, saying, As the Lord liveth that made us this soul, I will not put thee to death. Neither will I give thee into the hand of these men that seek thy life. Then said Jeremiah unto Zedekiah, Thus saith the Lord, the God of hosts, the God of Israel, If thou wilt assuredly go forth unto the king of Babylon's princes, then thy soul shall live, and this city shall not be burned with fire, and thou shalt live and thine house. But if thou wilt not go forth to the king of Babylon's princes, then shall this city be given into the hand of the Chaldeans of their hand. And Zedekiah the king said unto Jeremiah, I am afraid of the Jews that are fallen to the Chaldeans, lest they deliver me into their hand, and they mock me. But Jeremiah said, They shall not deliver thee. Obey, I beseech thee, the voice of the Lord which I speak unto thee, so it shall be well unto thee, and thy soul shall live. But if thou refuse to go forth, this is the word that the Lord hath showed me. And behold, all the women that are left in the king of Judah's house shall be brought forth to the king of Babylon's princes. And those women shall say, Thy friends have set thee on and have prevailed against thee. Thy feet are sunk in thy mire, and they are turned away back. So let's see, that was 22. And it looks like they do 20 to 22. So yeah, we can go ahead now. And also in using the sorry, it's a little cold. In using the remix, go lay down. Sorry, talk to my dog. In using the remix, just remember some of them are standalone, but the most of them are they will put them together. So just keep that in mind, which is why we're reading 20 to 22 now. Bear with me here one moment. Okay, sorry. Like I said, they will put them together. So that's what we're going to read here now is 20 to 22. So Jeremiah assured him, "They won't get hold of you. Listen, please. Listen to God's voice. I'm telling you this for your own good, so that you'll live. But if you refuse to turn yourself over, this is what God has shown me will happen. Picture this in your mind. All women still left in the palace of the king of Judah led out to the officers of the king of Babylon. And as they're led out, they are saying, they lied to you, and you did in those so-called friends of yours." Sorry, they lied to you and did you in those so-called friends of yours. And now you're stuck about knee deep in mud, and your friends, where are they now? Friends is in quotes in here. So, I feel like that could really be applied, though, to so many situations that we go through right now, too. The women are saying that, and they're like, yeah, and you're going through something, you're like, hey, and it's like, yeah, okay, where are your friends now? You depended on those friends instead of depending on God and talking to God about it. Yeah. Okay. You get what I'm saying here? Exactly. Okay. We're going to go ahead and continue on to 23. "So they shall bring out all of thy wives and thy children to the Chaldeans, and thou shalt not escape out of their hand, but shalt be taken by the hand of the king of Babylon, and thou shalt cause this city to be burned with fire." Then said Zedekiah unto Jeremiah, "Let no man know of these words, and thou shalt not die." Ain't that something? Okay, all right. "But if the princes hear that I have talked with thee, and they come unto thee and say unto thee, Declare unto us now that thou hast said unto the king, Hide it not from us, and we will not put thee to death. Also, what the king said unto thee." Boy, that was a lot of unto these. Okay, so that was 25. Let's see how they do that here. They do 24 to 26. So let's continue on to 26, and then we'll look at what it says. "Then thou shalt say unto them, I presented my supplication before the king, that he would not cause me to return to Jonathan's house to die there." So, this says, Zedekiah said unto Jeremiah, "Don't let anyone know of this conversation if you know what's good for you. If the government officials get wind that I've been talking with you, they may come and say, Tell us what went on between you and the king. What you said and what he said. Hold nothing back and we won't kill you. If this happens, tell them I presented my case to the king so that he wouldn't send me back to the dungeon of Jonathan to die there." Okay. And on to 27. "Then came all the princes unto Jeremiah and asked him. And he told them according to all these words that the king had commanded. So they left off speaking with him, for the matter was not perceived. So Jeremiah abode in the court of the prison until the day that Jerusalem was taken. And he was there when Jerusalem was taken. So that was chapter 38. I hope it got you to thinking about some things. I hope you learned some things. If you have any questions about what we read today, please feel free to leave those in the comments below. I love this thing. It's so comfy. Please feel free to leave those in the comments below. Now, also, if you don't feel comfortable leaving, and if you have any prayer requests, please feel free to leave those in the comments below as well. Now, if you do not feel comfortable leaving questions or prayer requests in the comments and you just want to ask me one-on-one, please feel free to send those to me via my Instagram Messenger or Facebook Messenger. Both social media handles are in the descriptions below. Especially now when it comes to prayers and you're like, hey, I don't really feel comfortable saying what's going on. Just, hey, Ken, can you pray for me? I am more than happy to. I do ask, though, if you want me to pray for somebody else, I'm still happy to. But I ask that you please leave their name so that way I can say their name in prayer. But if you still don't want to, just, hey, Ken, can you please pray for my friend? Not really comfortable leaving the name. Bet. I got you. That's fine. God knows who you are. And he knows what's going on that you talking about. I believe God knows everybody's hearts. So I'll leave it at that. But God bless you. Thank you for coming in. May the blessings of the Lord be upon each and every one of you who has come across this video, who's watched it to the end. And even if you didn't get a chance to watch it to the end, and you have to come back later or anything, please, still, may the blessings of the Lord be upon you, and God bless. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more Bible readings, and I will be back with chapter 39 later. God bless you. Talk to you later. Bye, y'all.